Section 3, Environmental Factors and Early Settlement of Canaan, pages 78 through 79 in your textbook. The ancient Israelites settled in Canaan, a land northeast of Egypt settled by the ancient Israelites, also known as Hebrews, from about 1800 to 70 CE. This was a diverse land along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. So if I look at this map, I see the Mediterranean Sea and Canaan is here. Canaan's physical features and environmental factors made settlement easier in some parts of the region than in others. Physical features of Canaan. Canaan's physical features included plains and valleys, hills and mountains, deserts and bodies of water. I can certainly see that in this map. Hills and mountains, deserts and valleys. Syrian desert, the valley will be in between mountains as well as plains. It appears very flat here. In the west, coastal plains bordered the Mediterranean Sea. To the north, the Lebanon mountains rose steeply from the coast. The southern part of this range gave way to the lower hills of Galilee, right down here. The Jordan River, a river in southwestern Asia that flows from the Lebanon mountains south through the Sea of Galilee into the Dead Sea. So it's a major body of water up here, down here. Flowed from the mountain range through the middle of Canaan. It headed south through the Sea of Galilee to the Dead Sea. The land around the narrow river valley included hills, grassy slopes, and mountains. To the east lay the hot, dry Syrian desert. In southwestern Canaan was the Negev desert. Rain soaked this area during the winter months. This supplied the Negev with more water than most deserts receive. So the Negev desert down here, although most of the time is a desert, received water in wintertime. Environmental factors and human settlement in Canaan. In Canaan, as in Egypt and Cush, water was a key environmental factor. In very ancient times, the wet, fertile plants near the Mediterranean Sea were farmed. The Mediterranean also enabled traders from many lands to visit Canaan. Other bodies of water also played a role in the settlement of Canaan. The Sea of Galilee was actually a freshwater lake. So this is fresh water you can drink and farm with. It had plentiful fish and fertile land was nearby. Another large lake, the Dead Sea, was too salty for anything to grow in it, even plants. The area near the Dead Sea was hot and dry, making it unsuitable for farming. The main source of fresh water was the Jordan River, seen here. People living near the river hunted, fished, and farmed along its banks. However, unlike the Nile River, the Jordan River did not flood regularly. Its valley was not as fertile as the Nile's. Canaan's varied topography greatly influenced patterns of settlement. Farmers found it easiest to live on the Mediterranean's coastal plains and near the Jordan River, which would be up here. In other areas, the hilly land and dry soil made growing crops difficult. As a result, many people, including the ancient Israelites, became herders rather than farmers. So in the hilly lands, people are more often herding than farming. All right, beep, 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 one more time for part 2.
Avila,
Yes.
what gone with